They almost broke the silence today, but this confusion led them to something. And I don't say that lightly. The energy I'm picking up is that someone actually reached the point where they were ready to send a message today, but something stopped them at the very last second. And what's surprising me isn't that they didn't text, it's why they didn't. Because we'll deep dive what are the reasons here, but let's see what is going to come. And I feel it's why they, some problem, some issue, and in the later, we are going to uncover what happened in those final moments and why their next decision could completely change direction of this particular connection. Why didn't they message? What is the reason? We're going to deep dive. Okay, now there's a very restless energy surrounding this person, no doubt about it. Very restless energy surrounding this person. It's almost like they have been carrying around a conversation in their head for days, and there is a break. Maybe even weeks they are carrying this conversation. They know exactly what they want to say, and they have imagined how you might even respond. They have replayed different outcomes, but every time they get close to acting, something pulls them back over here, and they are so depressed. They are so depressed about it. And what's interesting is that this isn't someone who's forgotten you. This is quite the opposite here. Quite the opposite here. This is the person who ran away from the connection, from facing it. The connection feels louder to them now than it has been in a very long time. Okay, and I keep getting the feeling that something recently reminded them of you. It could have been hearing a song, seeing someone who look like you, visiting a familiar place, maybe a restaurant, a public place, or anywhere, or even something completely random that instantly brought your energy back into their mind. So, hi everyone, this is Neha Tankha. You guys also know me as Luna the Moon Tarot. Namaskar to everyone who's watching this particular channel. Welcome back. So, coming back to the reading, they haven't really been able to shake you. They haven't been able to shake you at all. What's confusing is their behavior right now. Externally, they may appear calm. Okay, externally, it seems that they are appearing very calm. They might seem distant. Seven of Cups, Tower, Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands, Sun, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot here. Some of you feel they have expected, they have, kind of have no control, and they have accepted the situation. But underneath that surface, I'm seeing someone who's mentally much more involved than they are letting anyone know. Okay, they are not letting anyone know about it. This feels like someone trying very hard to convince themselves they have moved on, while secretly checking whether you are still emotionally available or not. And they're almost, there's almost two different versions of this person, I would say. Okay, one tells themselves, I need to leave this alone. Okay, I need to leave this alone. That's why I've received Seven of Swords here. And the other whispers, what if I lose them forever? Nine of Swords, worry, futuristic tensions, worries, sleepless nights. Those two voices have been fighting each other, like literally fighting each other. And recently, if you may ask me, the second voice has become louder. Trust me, the second voice has become louder. They really want to break this no contact situation with you. Mars energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Aries, I do see Aquarius, Gemini, Libra as well. Another thing I am noticing is that they don't actually know where they stand with you anymore now. Okay, they really don't know. Wheel of Fortune, everything is up in the air. This is important. And by the way, this is also a karmic connection for you, for few of you. Earlier in this connection, they may have believed they understood your feelings. Now they don't. Now they don't. Something about your energy feels very different. Whether you have genuinely started healing, okay, whether you have genuinely started healing, whether you are becoming quieter, whether you have stopped chasing, or whether you have simply become emotionally stronger now. Because I do see that you are working on yourself, you're becoming stronger. Seven of Wands here, You're pushing all the negative thoughts and energies, and they have noticed it. Even if you haven't spoken, even if there's complete silence, people often think that silence means nothing is happening, because tower again is a silence, no contact energy here. People often think silence means nothing is happening, okay, and you may be one of them thinking, or they are. Sometimes silence changes everything, because silence forces people to sit with their own thoughts, and I feel that you both are emotionally codependent on each other, and that's exactly what is happening here. Okay, that is exactly what is happening here. Now, if you may ask, I am getting something very deeper here. This person keeps replaying, oh my god, this person keeps replaying one specific moment. For some of you it was an argument maybe that you guys got into. For others it was something they didn't say. Okay, they didn't say. For others, I see it was the last conversation before a no contact period, an argument or whatsoever. Okay. For few, I also feel there would be a third party energy influencing your person or this particular connection. For very few people here, it's almost like they are editing that memory over and over right now. Okay. And they really don't know what is the way out. They are not able to see an answer, a way out, a direction. If only I had responded differently, is what they are thinking right now. If I had only responded differently, if only I hadn't let my pride take over that time, my ego take over, if I wouldn't have been that stubborn, if only I had explained myself. They are beginning to realize that one moment created a much bigger distance than they expected. So if this resonates with you, hide this particular video right now to activate this particular energy in your life, and like this particular video. Also comment I claim in the comment section. I also feel they underestimated your absence. They thought time would make everything easier, but right now with the Queen of Wands, I see they are getting even more attracted towards you. Okay, time has made your value clearer in their mind. That's the contradiction I am seeing right now. The longer they have stayed away, the harder you have become to stop thinking about. And that is what is happening right now. I'm also sensing hesitation because they are worried about your reaction right now. They are so worried about your reaction, not rejection exactly, but reaction. What would you say? How would you deal with this disappointment? Your disappointment, they're asking themselves, what if they are colder now? What if they don't trust me anymore now? Okay, and that is why they are hanging in the middle without any answer or clarification. What if they don't even want to hear from me, is what they are thinking right now. Those questions are stopping them. Those questions are literally stopping them. Even if you're trying to get in touch with them, I feel that, this is what they are thinking, how to face you, what to say. Not because they don't care, but because they suddenly care very deeply about how you see them. How you see them is what they are thinking about. There's another layer here, what I see. And this feels really important, and I need to say this to you because that is just hammering my mind right now. Someone around them may have encouraged them to stay quiet. Third party influence, maybe friends, maybe family, maybe friends, maybe someone who simply doesn't understand this connection. Only you and your person will understand. Nobody else is going to understand this connection, right? It's almost like they received advice that sounded logical, but emotionally, if you may ask me, this doesn't feel right anymore. This doesn't feel right anymore. Trust me. Because every day they follow that advice. They are following, yes, they are following that advice. They feel further away from you, and they feel something is wrong with this advice, something is wrong with this situation. Should I be even following it? They're questioning themselves. And this is very interesting. I'm picking up that today wasn't just another ordinary day. In the energy, I don't see that. There was a trigger. there was a trigger, a window also opened for you. It feels as though they genuinely thought, maybe today is the day I finally message. Today is the day that I finally message and take a leap of faith here, Gemini energy. And if this reading is already matching your situation, guys, comment I receive clarity below. I always love seeing how these energies resonate with different journeys, and your comment help build a supportive space for everyone watching this particular video, including me, because I get to know whether the energies that I'm catching, it's helping you guys or not. Now, here's where everything shifts, because I don't actually think fear was the main reason they stopped. Okay, the moon is the fear energy, but that is not the only reason they stopped. At first, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought in the beginning of this video, and when I took out the cards, and I keep continuing taking out the clarifying cards here, but something underneath it feels much bigger also. For few of you, I feel somebody is married or has gone through a divorce or is separated or something. That is also one of the reasons. This changes everything now. Okay, now I understand why that earlier energy kept appearing. Justice card, Emperor, Aries energy, Libra energy, and Aries energy. This person isn't only afraid of rejection, they're afraid that if they reach out, everything becomes real again. Okay, everything will become real again. And as long as they stay silent, they can imagine endless possibilities. Lovers energy here, by the way, guys. Lovers energy here, and Ten of Pentacles energy here. They maybe you still love them because lovers is there. Gemini energy, twin flame soulmate connection. Maybe you did forgive them. Maybe you'd be happy to hear from them as well. Silence protects fantasy. Silence actually protects fantasy. The reality is totally different when you meet or talk to the people you're thinking about in person. A real conversation risks reality. That's why they froze. That's why they froze. Moon energy, Pisces, because once that message is sent, they can't control what happens next. That's stopping them. That's stopping them, and control has become their comfort zone. Emperor energy, Seven of Wands energy, stubborn, taking things in their own hands, that control. And I'm also getting a guilt. Not loud guilt, but it's a quiet guilt here. The kind people carry without telling anyone, actually. They know they contributed to this distance. They know they contributed to this distance, and they know there were moments when they chose pride. For few, I'm getting Ace of Swords, 24 hours. You may receive a message from this person. They have chosen pride over vulnerability, is what I see. And now they are recognizing something painful. You have been trying to understand them. You may have been trying to understand them, and that is what they have realized while they were busy protecting themselves. Because, the King of Pentacles, that shows stability. And that's what they felt with you in this connection. That's a realization that's weighing heavily on them. You cared for them genuinely. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Another thing I'm noticing is jealousy here. Emperor energy and the Devil energy over here. That shows jealous energy. That maybe you are with someone else. But for many, they have imagined someone else entering your life. That jealousy is coming, and it is coming very strong. Maybe they have seen something online. Maybe it's completely, imagined in their mind right now. Either way, the thoughts of someone else making you smile creates an emotional reaction they are trying very hard to hide, actually. They don't necessarily show it. I would say they don't necessarily show it, but internally, if you may ask me, it unsettles them. It unsettles them because they are starting to realize they no longer have certainty about your future or access in your life. You have become very cold, I would say, very, very secretive. Now, I want to shift the energy towards your energy because it's just as important. You have been carrying questions for a long time, is what I feel and hear right now. Questions without answers. Questions without answers. And you did think a lot about this person and this particular connection. You did wait for clarity, waiting for consistency. You have been doing that, waiting for someone to match their words with actions, because this person may have promised you world, moon and stars to you, but when it came to action they did not deliver it. But lately something inside you has changed. You are becoming less attached to forcing outcome. You're still capable of loving deeply, very deeply. And you've been also having sleepless nights. It's not been easy for you. You've been thinking for of sorts, but you are no longer willing to chase confusion forever, and that is exactly what they are sensing. Your energy feels quieter now with the Queen of Swords here, sharper now, disconnected, detached now. Your energy feels very stronger, less reactive, I would say, more grounded, I would say. This person could have been the one who actually ghosted you, but you always knew this is going to come back. Ironically, the more you stop trying to control this connection, the more they begin feeling the emotional weight of losing it. Because I do see this person some or the other time, they made you chase them. They ghosted you, they went into silence, they kind of blocked you and whatnot. It's almost like the roles have started reversing now. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. You are mirroring what they gave you. You're beginning to choose yourself, they are beginning to question themselves. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini is what I see right now. And if this message is helping you see your situation from a new perspective, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, so that whenever I put up any such video, you are being notified. Hype this particular video because it helps these reading reach people who may need this guidance today. And it helps me by motivating me to come online every day and read your energies. So what happens next is what I'm going to check now. The strongest possibility I am seeing is movement, and there is no doubt about it. Just when you took the power back, Empress energy, there is movement. Page of Wands and the Temperance energy after healing, an overnight transformation, a movement. This person is getting closer to choosing honesty over avoidance, and again I'm getting communication cards within next 24 hours. There should be more honesty over avoidance from this person. Communication energy feels stronger than it has been in a while. But I also need to be honest here, okay? There may be still one final pause, one last internal battle, okay? Because I cannot ignore the devil that came earlier and the Ten of Swords that ended the connection, but followed by Two of Wands here. Because before they contact you, they want to believe they have something meaningful to offer, not just another temporary conversation. They don't want to repeat old patterns. They don't. They are actually asking themselves right now, okay, if I come back, can I actually do this differently? Okay, because they are equally, they are worried. They have a lot of fears, phobias, but they're also obsessed with you. And that's an important question, by the way, because intention alone isn't enough. And it's good that they are checking, they are asking these questions to themselves, because consistency matters, guys. Consistency matters. Now, let's return to what I mentioned at the beginning. Why were they so close to texting today? With so many cards laid out in front of me, I have the entire picture, very clear picture. The answer isn't that they changed their mind. It's basically that they realized one message could reopen emotions they have spent months trying to contain, or days. They weren't running away from you. No, I don't see that. They were overwhelmed by the significance of reconnected, being reconnected with you again. That's very different. And because those emotions are no longer staying buried anymore, it's like overflowing, they're getting so pulled towards you right now. The energy suggests this won't remain unresolved forever. For many of you, I see you may receive a text in next 24 hours. Whether communication comes exactly when expected or after another short delay, this connection is asking both people to approach it differently than before, is what I see. And with more honesty, more emotional maturity as well. Less ego, less assumption. The final message coming through is this, okay? Don't measure this connection only by silence, is what I'm going to say. Sometimes the loudest emotional shifts happen before a single word is spoken. Trust me. And your person's internal world is changing. You have to trust me for that. Wheel of Fortune. Movement is there, change is there. Your own energy is also changing. You are no more and they are no more closed off. They don't, none of you have those walls up high, and those two changes often meet before the conversation ever begins. Okay, this person is now ready to work with a lot of clarity. They are going to come in. Trust your own growth. High Priestess, you always knew. Stay open without abandoning your boundaries, because if this connection is meant to move forward, it won't be built on who either of you used to be. So both of you are going to change this time. It will be built on who you guys are becoming now. All right? Because I see Magician and the King of Cups here. More investment, more love, more emotions, and more work into this. So thank you so much for spending this time with me today. The video has become quite longer. Before you go, tell me in the comment section if they texted you today, and what would be the very first thing you'd want to ask them. Okay, let me know in the comment section, and take care of yourself. This is Luna the Moon Tarot signing off right now, and I'll see you in the next reading pretty soon. And by the way, if you would like to book a personal session with me or spell work with me, the booking slots are open. Just DM me on Instagram or on WhatsApp. Bye bye.